The eagle has landed. The eagle has landed. We're live. How's it going, everyone? Happy Tuesday. We're going to be streaming a lot this week. And today, can you believe it? We got another recipient of PulseChain greatest gift we could think of at the time, I guess. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Perfect timing, as I expressed to my compadres in the green room of want to do a marketing stream, and then literally another video pops up from someone with influence, I'm pretty sure. We're going to take a look at his profile in a minute, but wow, that is pretty cool. Is getting excited. Getting exciting. And yeah, I'm very excited to, I'm just going to keep saying the word exciting and excited in different forms, past tense, present tense, future tense. There are other forms of it too. We're going to find out on this special episode, marketing stream. Crispy Man, Zenith, fast, we're in, boom. Look at that, no time, no timing, no warning.
Here we are.
Good to see you, Max. Good to see the boys as well.
Welcome.
See you all.
Welcome.
Fast, I'm gonna need you to pump that volume up. Pump it up. I know you're on the moon. Zero gravity affects microphones, probably. Follow the science. I've heard that before. There you go. You're back.
Science.
Gents, good to see all three of you. Y'all didn't talk over each other in the intro, which it happens from time to time. People get excited. It's very exciting. Let's just keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it.
I mean, I'll put it this way. I think I'm the least experienced streamer here, and I've been doing this for over 2 years now at this point. So I think we have an idea of what we're doing.
Bro, you got the radio voice, though. I'm going to say.
Hey,
he does.
Yes. Not everyone has a radio voice. No one's asking me to do voiceovers, okay? I'll just say that. Not so far. Not so far. I might. We'll talk about it. Gents, you don't look very excited. Tell me you're excited. We got some stuff to talk about today. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
We are very excited, especially considering we're getting more stuff on X, which is good to see. But I mean, in general, have we reached the euphoria stage when it comes to the market? No. Have we reached what is probably a very quick picking up point when it comes to the marketing campaign? I would argue yes, and that is very exciting.
Yeah, I think it's going to avalanche soon. I think it will, right? Network effect.
You mean we shouldn't sell it all?
Oh, yeah. No, the math on like influencers sharing that they receive this is ridiculous. Like this guy probably doesn't, this Gabriel fellow, I think that's his name. He probably doesn't realize that he's about to have 500,000 views on that post. And when he does realize that, you know, there's a good chance he engages again because the math is good.
Math is very good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shoot.
Math's real good.
Crispy, last time we were on here, you had the famous PowerPoint. I think it's possible you might have even lowballed your numbers a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with our dude, right? I mean, I always go conservative. The published information on this is like 2 to 7% response rate, right? So that's one number. We don't know what it's going to be, you know, whether we're going to get more of that, less than that, get right in the middle. So the 4.5 is kind of like an okay number to use. And then but the dollars, man, I went with $500, right? That, you know, in crypto, if somebody's going to make a move, they may, you know, people might just play around, right, with $500. But my observation is most people kind of move more than them. So maybe it's double that. So it's pretty crazy what that can all turn into, right? Because this first, you know, I don't know if you've been noticing the posts. They're attempting to run 7 days a week now with sending these out. Including weekends. They're moving towards 24 hours a day. It's hard, right? Got to get all the people lined up for it. So these things just like rolling out continuously. 400,000 is likely going to reach 800,000 people, even if it's brief. And yeah, I got to think that another 200,000 will get told about it. So you're talking about 400,000 units results in exposure to 1 million people, individual people.
Like,
and so
the math is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the post, like that Gabriel just put up that I think is going to hit 500,000 views, and that the one that other person put up that is probably in that ballpark as well. Like on Twitter, they charge you like $25 to show you your post to like 10,000 people or something. So to have a dollar device, probably a dollar landed cost sent out that results in 500,000 views, like that is
Yeah.
46.
Yeah, it's normally $2 or $3 or more, right? Even to get one, to get a view. Conversions will be what matters in the end, but guys, we didn't pay for it, right? Somebody else paid for it. You can make, people make all sorts of weird arguments. You paid for it through the SAC, right, or whatever. But the fact still remains, right? We've seen the product. We know the product fits. You may not like the product. It's fine. It doesn't matter if we like it. It fits. It's something that people will get, and they're not going to throw in the trash, right? I get you know what happens with junk mail that we get? It goes in the trash almost always, like in the trash, right? It's paper. I have no concern about throwing a postcard out. But they're not going to get put in the trash. They're going to be either kept or given to somebody, right? Because if you had it, and even if you don't like it, you're going to give it to your kid. You're going to give it to your grandkid. You're going to give it to the neighbor's kid. They're going to be sticky. And so I think I don't think anybody's arguing anymore about the whether it's a good product or not. So we check the box. It's a good product. The rest of it's math, man. The rest of it's math. Execution and math.
When you said in the trash, it made me think of the taser to the face scene. In the face.
No, yeah. I'm not sure, but it's sort of like in the trash. But that was a funny scene, though.
But like in that voice, in the trash. It's not going in the trash, but this was to the face, though. Yeah, that was. Anyways, maybe.
Yeah, this is pretty fantastic.
I think I posted this earlier today too. The genius thing about PulseChain mega marketing is win-win. I saw this right after I thought of this. I thought about it for a while, but it kind of really came together after I saw the Gabriel post. Outreach people make posts and videos, they get engagement. We get free advertising onboarding from followers at some percentage. We actually do their own research and see the opportunity. Worst case, they remember PulseChain on the way up. They're like, oh man, I remember that thing. I got the mailer I so didn't buy, but should I buy now?
You saw this video, obviously, because you showed it here, but with him unboxing on
the taser to the face one?
No. The
other video
itself. And so a couple things. So first, you see, of course, he's posting his Miami address, which is fine, and it's on the envelope that he got. But Fast, did you notice the Canadian symbolism?
I noticed.
I did. I feel like Gabriel put that on himself.
You think
I
so?
could
Maybe.
be wrong.
Maybe.
But we don't make these in Canada. There's a Canadian sticker on the back of the package that he displayed.
Yeah, he also said it came from a different charity than the one we're aware of.
Could be a thing.
See, that confused me too. I was like, I don't know,
Look at the envelope again if you can get it up in large size. I don't know where it actually came from. It's upside down. He's got a hand over, but he said he got it from some top something. It wasn't even the one we thought we had, but
maybe I'll run it through the AI and be like, pull that address for me off there.
Here, I don't know if we're trying to.
The sender.
I wonder if there's a separate marketing campaign targeting influencers, right?
There might be.
Out of Canada.
But how bullish is that? That would be like super bullish.
And like the numbers wouldn't be that big, so you could run it out of Canada. I don't think you'd make the devices there, but like, if you're only setting out 5,000, and the job is just to get them in the right hands, that's a different animal.
Definitely, but at the same time, it's targeting two different markets at that point. Which, I mean, the dual strategy can make a lot of sense. Obviously, strategy number one was mail it out to highest net worth individuals, zip codes, whatever you want to call it. And then step two, or for the other here, would be mailing it out to people, or Crispy, what's the word we used last time? Key opinion leaders?
Oh, yeah. KOL, key opinion leaders. Oh, which, by the way, this comes from, so a little bit more research on that, which is kind of funny because we are using the KOL, right? People are using that because it's easier to say.
I just learned what it means the other day.
So I looked up what are the definitions is key opinion leader, and the second is a juicer. So meaning
Juicers
it's
are
a
good.
device in China that's used for juicing fruits. I thought that was kind of funny because they're calling KOLs juicers, right? Because a lot of times maybe they're juicing up the message, maybe they're juicing their audience. I don't know.
Could be Chinese brand of juicers.
Squeezing the value. Yeah.
Hey, real quick on the theory on this too. You think you just put it in another package? Just put it in a different mailer for the video to show it? Because
No, that looks like the right
Possible.
that looks like the right package. I don't know.
It does.
It's slightly different than the other packages. Max, if you want to bring up that second link that I have there, it's just a Twitter post of another package, effectively.
Okay.
I don't
Because
know.
you
It's
can
got the little
see-
hexagons on it.
And this one says block lit fawn.
Oh, okay. No, Fast, you're right. The mailer itself is the same, but as far as the exterior, like all the stickers, the mailing devices, that kind of stuff, those are
Yeah,
different.
well,
That's
that
what I'm
part's
referring
different.
to.
Yeah, this looks different. That's what I'm confused about.
By the way, you
it's
guys
totally
mentioned
different.
that the name of the foundation on the packages. If you look at the one that Max just pulled up there, it's the RS Griffin Foundation. Do we happen to know someone in the space that may or may not use those letters as an acronym for a name? Maybe Reginald Gerald III? RG3?
Never heard of
Doesn't ring a bell. Never heard of it.
No.
I don't know any Reggies.
They're telling me I don't know any Reggies. They're telling me, okay.
That's a
I'll double check.
handwrite package on this one. Like somebody
You
hand
talking?
wrote this
You
guy's
talking
address
to
on
the
there.
banker? Yeah.
It's true.
I've got a whole team back there. I've got a whole team.
So here's, I guess, slight tinfoil hat time. So if it is the handwritten package, does it mean that this was sent to him by someone else who originally received it? If so, to my knowledge, that would be the first person who has acquired one of these secondhand. And I say that as someone that has been checking eBay listings.
Wow.
We can see the cost there too, $7.40. That's I'm pretty sure for bulk mailing that is not the deal. This is a individually selected piece that was sent out to this person.
Does
And
that
notice the
does that say
handwritten, too.
Delaware? Does that say Delaware?
I see. I want to say Newark, Delaware.
19702.
19702. It's handwritten, by the way, which is different than this one, obviously.
Delaware, Newcastle Country.
Nice. Thank you, Delaware.
Indeed.
Here's a question for you lads, though. So if we're running with this theory that there are some amount of these that are getting sent out to influencers, is this in line with what RH has talked about in the past? I think we've gotten to the point, we've all definitely discussed the idea that anybody that's in crypto is already in crypto. So the goal is to really not advertise as much to them, but we're trying to get the people that are not involved. So would appealing to influencers, in your opinion, reach that crowd, or is that still kind of just like focusing inside the crypto sphere?
I think we'll take a step back from that. I know we talk about a lot of stuff about who it's aimed at. It's probably not aimed at PulseChain users, right? For sure. But I think if I was doing what I would want to be stakeholders, a stakeholder analysis, right? People who would be interested, kind of like the target audience. I'm going to include crypto people. Why would I exclude people that have money in Bitcoin and Ethereum? Why would I do that?
Would focus on crypto people. That would be the main people I would try to get this to. Would be people who have bought crypto in some way, shape, or form. And if I could exempt the PulseChain people from that list, that'd be ideal. But really, it's not a large percentage of the market. But like, if I could only choose like non-crypto people or crypto people, like I would for sure go all in on crypto people.
That makes sense. It's an audience that's already primed and has skin in the game in other areas. I guess kind of one of the undertones of what I'm asking here, though, is like, are we at the point where people inside of the crypto space are looking to expand into other projects, or is this kind of like that old adage of just like, don't pop my hex bubble, bro, and just the tribalism stuff that we've been seeing for a while?
I think there's value in targeting both. So
I would agree. I'm in that camp too.
I think it's a really good point. There's two streams that I think of, two streams of onboarding people that I think are the most interesting here for sending, like mailing devices and stuff like that. One is people who aren't in crypto but have money to invest in crypto, like obvious one. And the other one is people in crypto who either who already know how to set up a wallet or whether KOLs or whatever, and this to pique their interest get free content from them, or otherwise like, oh wow, that PulseChain thing that like I've literally I was on not a super chat, but I was just chatting with a live stream. I've been doing more like, oh, just tune in a regular live stream, sometimes super chat, sometimes just talk to them if there's nothing going on. And I was like, hey, have you heard of the PulseChain mega marketing stuff kicking off? And the guy was like, PulseChain, oh yeah, I thought that was, I've heard that before. That's that, that guy or the hex thing or whatever. So reminding people too who are in crypto that, wow, that thing is still a thing. It is this thing kicking off, and to pay more attention to it. So my speculation is that, like that is the biggest bang for buck for getting people as far as onboarding. Like, I think they're both. I don't know. I can see pros and cons with both, but those are the two takes, I guess I would say.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think there's, is there any other?
Is going to get one. Mr. Beast is going to get one. Any public addresses that somebody can figure out, they'll get them, because people will do it secondhand. How many of us didn't think about that already? Be like, I wish I had some, so I can hand them out. People are talking about putting street teams together at universities. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, street team where you hire a bunch of people for a day to go hand stuff out. I mean, there could be all sorts of
Red Bull
things.
Girls. Have you guys ever seen the Red Bull Girls? Get some hot girls, hand out Red Bull. Everybody's talking about.
So
Red
we're going to
Bull.
do the Red Bull guys.
They had Red Bull with them.
We're already steeped
Exactly.
in Red Bull.
It's working.
I didn't know.
Culture.
Which
Max,
size?
I appreciate.
Size camp? Sorry.
Max, I appreciate where you're going for there, but I think this harkens back to the scene in Dodgeball, the movie, where the guys think they can raise money with a car wash, but they realize that there's a big difference between their car wash and one across the road.
Great scene. That's true, but those weren't true Red Bull guys. We can get the most handsome people on PulseChain to go out and watch some cars. You never know. Throw some Red Bull cans around. Free Red Bull and car wash. Stay with me. Free Red Bull, car wash, and a Hex iPad.
Yeah. Well, somebody was asking in chat, like, maybe people don't know this, but your addresses are available for sale, right? And so all this stuff that we do and we connect to in all these different ways in our lives, right? They are, the different companies collect addresses, they collect interests, what you might be interested in a variety of ways, and then these lists are available for sale, right? So I don't know if people bought these or didn't buy them, but there's also, if anybody wants to go look and see kind of like a organic approach to this, you go look at the Hex postcards chat. You can go over there and see what they've been doing, and they've simply been pulling up, the most expensive zip codes to live in, and that's how they've been doing their lists, right? So there's a variety of ways that you can come up with lists of people.
Right. Thank you, Crispy, for reminding us of the horrors of the digital age where all of our addresses are out there. But you're entirely right. You're right with the Hex postcards thing, which, by the way, there is a Patreon for it if you want to go help those guys out in their mission. It doesn't do nothing. I'll say that much. It sends out stuff, which is good.
It doesn't do nothing.
You're not contributing to the Blackjack and Hookers Fund, is what I'm saying. You're actually sending out postcards.
Okay.
Let's talk about the stats on this post too, and that's something I alluded to in mine. It's like it is a win-win really for people to talk about these things, because look at the engagement. I mean, you look at the other. Let's look at the other post real quick.
Max, go to the first link that I sent you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's definitely going to show people, because that was the first big. So we got two. Is there more than two? Is there more than two that have received it that we've got on X yet? You guys know?
I've seen a couple. My buddy Apex Hex 369 on Twitter. He's Jeff from the DGen Roundtable. Good dude. He's been tracking this stuff pretty good. This is one of the ones that he shows me. This is kind of like this was the first one that I remember seeing. If you look at the bottom there, that is 500,000 views. That is not. Yes. That's pretty good.
And I was pretty proud of our community when they responded to her in there, because I didn't see the normal vitriol that I see on a lot of posts, and so I was proud of people, really taking the positive, right? Yeah, I know it'll happen anyways, but nevertheless, I was happy to see there was so much positive, right? Because that's what
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to see positive support for the effort, not negativity. But I recognize the negativity will bring eyeballs, right?
Be the comment you want to see. There you go. Half a
If,
million views. Look at all these likes. And didn't somebody say they like her followers grew a ton? Like to somebody, I have to, unless you guys got a post to see the difference. But I thought like she got a bunch of followers, so it's like a win-win for people to even talk about it.
That's true.
Totally.
So just based on a very cursory Google search for the CPM rate for advertising, 500,000 views right there. Granted, it is X, so it kind of counts it if you just like scroll past it. But assuming it was like a YouTube video or something, to pay for 500,000 views, you're looking at anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000. So there you go. That's $1,000 in free advertising.
Are these the $15 hex pads? $15. That's pretty good ROI. Seems like.
Yeah, I would agree.
Richard tweet about that. The other thing too, I mean, even in the thing too, was there spaces? I know I heard Coffee talking about it on the stream the other day. How many devices were shipped out? Was it, did I hear 30? If I remember, 30,000 or so have been shipped out. You guys have any numbers on that?
No, not yet. I don't have any insight into that, but
I'm pretty.
That
Well, I'll post
seems-
the video.
Publicly,
That
that's what
seems-
was said was 30,000.
it
And if
seems
we look
reasonable.
at that envelope, like the one in the picture right there, right, and we can zoom in on that, we can see that it's not addressed, right?
You have to
Right.
open it in a separate window, probably.
Yeah, it's.
There we go. Yeah.
You can,
So
yeah, everybody can see it. I think right here, not addressed.
yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
that's like you can't see who it's going to. If this says local postal customer, so that means that it was just sent out to like a batch of zip codes, right? So, but like from what we saw today, we have reason to believe, and in the past as well, because that other lady who posted, she had her address on it too, I believe. So there's some that seem to be going out to specific zip codes, and there's some that are going out to specific people, right, with like name and address. So there's distinct different level of response to addressed ad mail versus unaddressed ad mail. And I think once we get more addressed ad mail, like where it's going directly to a person with first name, last name, address, zip, everything on there, you'll have a much higher response rate, like way higher than what we've seen. And this, I was mistaken. This lady got one of the unaddressed ones, right? So yeah, I think we're going to see a huge boom once specific people start getting these.
Yeah, this is a clip I'll put in the chat too, where Coffee mentioned that. I think he said RG Theory, somebody on Spaces that talked about it too, probably at more length. But somebody asked the question, how many have been sent out? And I think the answer is around 30,000. So for people interested, I think that's where I got that from. Yeah. So 30,000 so far, 400,000 we've heard Richard talk about. Again, that was people talking publicly about this stuff. And then Richard's last tweet was about getting it all done. Three months to go until December. It's going to be a Merry Christmas for PulseChain. We get a Merry Christmas this year.
I
Could be.
suspect so.
I mean,
How many
we're
more?
all hoping for it.
Wow, you guys are super enthusiastic. You going to be Merry Christmas? Well, I'd like to have a Merry Christmas, but we just need about 45 more influencers to post these things. But
Yes,
I
Max,
think-
we're
I think
all
it's
going to
gonna
have a very go for
I
it.
think
Please,
it'll be a very Merry Christmas. When you said that though, Max, that made me go into extension mode. So I was trying in my head to think, is it really going to be the Merry Christmas blow off top or next year? So that's where my head went. So I was thinking pretty hard about it.
okay, you were
Yeah,
holding
maybe
back.
we should have
the
picked
better
a group that did a lot more shouting and like wooting and such. We're kind of the calm.
If I need to
guys.
do another Let's Go, I'll do it.
If I need-
go! Wake up, everyone! We're going to be so rich!
Is it
I'll do
Konnichiwa?
it. I'll do
Is
it.
that what is your Konnichiwa?
I'll
Is that
do
what?
it.
Konnichiwa.
See,
You
if
know
you
what?
told
what?
me that I needed to be in character, I'd be in character.
Just like this. The rest of you from the rest of the stream, I want you to be just like this guy.
Konnichiwa!
You think you could do that? In
Konnichiwa!
5 minutes. We can pump up these viewers to thousands of people knowing how to get the free PulseChain tokens.
Free. Everything's free. Come to PulseChain. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't have anything free, but it's free.
Max is usually not this excited.
Actually,
You
use
must be really bullish on the
PulseChain is
ecosystem.
free. You can use PulseChain for free. You can go look at all the information for free. Go. It's free.
Would that be on PulseChain.com, Crispy?
You might say that. PulseChain.com.
PulseChain, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anybody in the chat excited about PulseChain?
Anybody in the chat get one of these? Anyone in the chat get one of these?
I want one.
They are so
cool. Let's look at
I was talking with Max about this previously. There is currently a small bidding war going on for PulseChain fans to get one. Right now, I think Nuclear Herbs has the highest bid at about $50 to anybody who's willing to send him one. So if you can beat that you will become the new highest bidder.
Well, that thing better go for $5,555. Exactly. Not a penny more, not a penny less. I want to see that. Let's go. That'd be pretty cool. I'm excited to see them on eBay, yard sales, whatever, flea markets. Let's go. Let's look at the comments real quick. Damn, look at the engagement. Definitely a scam with zero community. I wonder who these reply guys are. He replied, bots. And I'm like, I don't, could just be joking, or could just not know our community very well, because we are everywhere.
Well, he's a comedian, right? So that's the poster. That's the original poster. So Gabriel's a comedian.
It's true. It does say greatest crypto comedy.
Yeah, but perhaps because I'm not living the other communities. Perhaps in the other communities they are all just bots. Maybe that's the norm. I don't know.
Shout out to Hunter real quick. By the way, I think you're the one that helping with the marketing and all that stuff.
Oh, geez.
Well done. Appreciate you, and thank you very much for helping and making sure we get all this stuff done. Got the resources, all that.
I'm going down to Walmart right now. I'm buying a 6-pack, and I'm going to slap some stickers on it, put it up for sale. That's it.
I like this sticker. I like this sticker. Just put a little PulseChain.com logo there. There is no scam. I love you. I like it. That was a great one. Posted Coffee's video. Guess we're going to have to take this 500K views or so. Yeah, the last one got about 500K views, and that is an excellent picture of Richard as, I want to say, God or an old Jesus. I'm not sure. Moses. Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Moses. Not to get religious, but tablet.
Please correct me, Crispy. Tablet. He's a tablet. Okay, gotcha.
All right, maybe it's something else. I don't know. It might be
that makes sense.
Old guy. It might be Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
You shall not buy PulseChain.
No, you shall not pass.
Right. That's a double negative. Yeah, but I was PulseChainifying there. If it's a zero, it can only stay at zero or go up. That's one way to look at it. I like that.
This one there. These are not the pads you're looking for. Not the pads you're looking for.
Let's see. Just scrolling. Oh yeah.
We need to do mystery movie reactions from him. Mystery movie TV with Zenith.
What movie are we watching?
Planet
I don't know. We could rate videos, man. Just like laugh at them.
Could do that. I don't know. If we're watching some old cinema, I think there's a few that I haven't seen that I want to. I heard that there was a kung fu movie that was dubbed by a bunch of rappers. Want to see that one?
Nice.
That would be funny. I'd like that.
And then I haven't seen it as well, but I know it's just like patently ridiculous, and it's from the early 2000s. But Shaolin Soccer.
Yeah, that was
the best kung fu movie ever is called Snake in the Monkey's Shadow. But you have to find the one that hasn't been edited by liberals to take out the cruelty to animals parts. It's pretty entertaining. Terrible, right. And I don't condone it at all officially, but it's very interesting.
Well, I like CGI now, but and the fact that you can make anything happen, right, without actually hurting an animal. But I don't know. It's in my taste to watch that. It's not. I'm too sentimental. It make me cry.
How sentimental are you about snakes, though? It's.
Hey, listen.
What's wrong with snakes?
They're animals.
Snakes do a good. I mean, if they're not poisonous, they're cool.
Wait until we find out they can think. Then you'll be like, oh man, all these years I've been stepping on them, running them over with a lawnmower.
They'll have their revenge.
They're actually sentient, and then you'll be like, oh shit.
Snakes instead of lizard people with snake people. That was the thing. Okay, gotcha.
This is another good one.
I haven't seen this one. I like that. Shout out to Twilight.
This
Great,
is
great series. Fight me.
Is this
Great series.
Twilight?
Bad series. Bad series.
Bad series. We about to have
I
a
know.
Twilight.
I was getting Vampire Diaries.
Let me go get my main points ready.
Max, I'm just going to point this out. In the final, by the way, I have hate watched all these while drinking with friends and yelling at the TV, which is a good time, by the way. But in the last movie, there's a lady who discovers that there's some sort of like army building. She's like, I have to run off and tell the Vatican. She is on the west coast of the United States and swims to Italy in about 15 minutes.
Nice.
Not as impressive.
Just try to explain that one to me.
There's some
please.
movies where you got to turn
Sounds
your brain
like
off
Aquaman.
and just enjoy. I wouldn't say I don't know. I've never thought about the little detail flaws of the Twilight series, but
By the way, the final Twilight
I believe it.
series.
I believe it.
The Twilight series is old enough that I don't feel bad doing the spoilers thing. But we were talking about kung fu movies. The great irony is that the final Twilight movie devolves into a kung fu movie at the end. Just saying.
Could be. I don't know. Yeah,
What
first
is
instinct
this?
is could be
What
worse.
is this Twilight you speak of? I don't even know.
It's
You guys
for
watch these super-
14-year-old girls and Zenith. It's kind of a it's a vampire thing.
Zenith likes to watch it and berate it. I watched it and be like, that's a wholesome story. No, just don't go watch the new Superman movie. Anybody watch
I
the new
was
Superman
like,
movie?
I was watching. I was like, I wish I was a
Don't do
werewolf too, man. I just wish.
See, you took it to another level, Crispy. Are you Team Jacob or Team Edward?
I'm team
Apparently.
good story writing, and it's very absent from that franchise.
We got shit on Twilight, man.
Yeah, what I don't
Nobody
like
even talks about it anymore, and you got to come in here. What is going on with this one?
Bunga Bunga
dance.
Okay.
The price dance. Hoping the price goes up.
Okay. All right, price go up. All right. Did it go up recently? I don't usually watch it.
I'm trying to make the candles go up.
Will this guy usher us into the new bull run? He certainly seems to be looking at a sign that says so.
I like that guy. Like, he does hilarious videos of him shouting without a shirt on in his car usually.
That's the ones I saw. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. And like I didn't follow him till today. I did follow him today because he posted about PulseChain. So lesson learned, Mr. Gabriel. Post about PulseChain, get more followers.
And if you'd ever like to come on the show and explain what it is you like or dislike about the Hex token or PulseChain or Richard Hart, we'd love to have you by. It'd be pretty good.
I'd argue it's not just followers. From what I've seen, the PulseChain community is very active in the comment section and interactions and reposting and liking. So it's not just they look at it and they follow you. They actually like pump your stuff too by interacting, which does the most.
The community is.
And some of these guys are getting paid for these interactions, right? There's a good chance with 61K followers that Gabriel Haynes is monetized, and the monetized nature of Twitter is that you're getting paid per views, basically. Right. So like if he gets 500 views on his post, like that's money, like literal money to that guy. The math is good.
That's a great point. It is. I mean, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. It's like a win-win, but that's even more data towards win-win. Literally, if they repost it and they're monetized, it's already, since we've even been scrolling, it's already got another 2 or 3K views. I mean, this thing could go parabolic. You never know.
What is this monetization?
I saw it this morning. It was 3,000, and that was right after I think Hexologist posted it first, maybe. But like, yeah, so it's like 50K in like a couple hours.
I don't know anything about the monetization thing, but I hear people make money from postings from time to time, and it seems like he may make a lot of money from posting about this thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought about it. You know, I think I got to find a different angle for monetization. I'm going to monetize because I don't want to monetize. This will sound stupid, right? But I don't want to monetize shilling crypto per se, right? Like I don't want to because see, it doesn't make sense what I'm saying. But
Crispy,
that's why
I
I
believe
haven't ever gone in that direction. Like I want to monetize puppies. That's what I want to do. I want to do something like that.
I was going to say the very obvious joke here is that you monetize showing other things, which has been apparently a trend for a while now.
I could. I haven't had that many requests. I mean, I get the foot request. You get those?
I do not.
Yeah, somebody's asking for pictures of my feet. I don't know.
I'm willing to do infomercials. You know, I like infomercials. That'd be cool. look at the math on this, though, guys. Like, okay, 500K views, and like literally, like
9 days.
that will multiply by thousands. Like thousands of people will repeat this same post. Some of them with full knowledge of what's going to happen, right? And some without. Influencers, probably some of your eBay bidders are going to be influencers from other ecosystems who did not receive these in the mail and want to cash in on the 500 to 1 million views they get from making one post. So they're going to be bidding for these things so that they can get one to say, look what Richard Hart sent me, it's a scam, but they paid like $80 for it, right? Like it's totally going to happen. And like you multiply that 500K by like a stupid number, right? 10,000, right? Like you end up with we'll break Twitter basically.
10,000x. I mean, look at this. In 5 hours, it's got 52K. That's about 10K per hour, 10K views per hour. This is in 5 hours. Again, 9 days, got almost 500,000 views. What's going to happen 9 days from now?
Not to skip past it, though, but Fast is a really good point there, which is the last time we did the stream and Crispy brought up the PowerPoint. That was for prospective buyers and subsequent network effects off of that. I don't think the math originally included what Fast is talking about here, which is that you're creating an incentivized ecosystem to acquire views, and this is just the newest way to do it. If you follow content
somebody
creation
else is
online,
paying, like Twitter is paying for the views for these guys. Like, and literally, if you take 10,000, right, and they each get 500,000 views, like that's 5 billion views. Like it's a stupid number.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like,
these numbers are stupid, right? I'm
like more views than like like Tampax commercials like on the Super Bowl, right? Like it's it's crazy numbers.
Well,
for sure.
I think with the we are hopeful that there are literally going to be millions of the units sent out. Those alone will reach, if that was to happen, will reach greater than 1 billion individual exposures. And then on top of that, you have to multiply by factors of 1,000 the number of touches that the actual devices will get, because even one device, like in his hands, depending what he does with it, right, he may look at that 1,000 times a year, right?
It's true.
Just Gabriel. And so then when you go to Fast's point, it could be billions and billions and billions. Like somebody queue up Donald Trump. Billions and billions and billions.
Well, to be honest here, though, so are we doing a little bit of napkin math? Yes, we are. But at the same time, though, when we're talking about getting billions of touches, a reasonable person would be like, there's 8.3 billion people on the planet. You can't hit that many people. Correct. But it's not individual people. It's interactions. And the point that you can stack multiple interactions with the same person goes back to the marketing idea that we talked about last time, which is it takes so many touches or so many amount of exposures to get an idea into your brain that it actually becomes more of a conscious thought instead of a subconscious thought, that you actually get to the point where you're able to act on it. So that's what it goes for here, which is that you get that reinforcement, A, through seeing it, B, through touching it, and then the repetitions of each of those, whether it's you physically have a mailer, you see someone else with a mailer, or you see all the various posts on X about people with the mailers. That's the goal. It's the exposure, and it's going to reach that. I think Fast is correct here, which is that it's going to reach that critical threshold where it suddenly becomes not a marketing scheme, but I guess scheme is maybe a negative word there, but it's a marketing campaign to promote the product itself. But then if you can incentivize the ecosystem to also push it for their own incentives, that's where you really see that multiplicative effect happen.
And then if you're targeting individuals, right, like this fellow, but like let's say other people who maybe are into crypto but aren't like public figures, and then they see these public figures talking about it, right? Those are your multiples of contacts. Would be like, oh, I got this in the mail. What is it? Oh, I'm going to put it on my fridge and write my grocery list on it. See it 7 times a day. And then like, oh, Gabriel's posting about it. Oh, Crypto Rand's posting about it. Like, a bunch of other people in my sphere of influence that I don't know, but, are to me are famous, are posting about this thing that I received in the mail. I'm now on the same tier as Gabriel because I received it in the mail too. Right. And like, will all these things increase the chance of me, picking up my cell phone and typing in pulsechain.com or the other websites, PulseX, Pump.tires that are on the device itself? Like, for sure. Like, people they're not going to make a month before they go to the website one time. And even if they even if they don't do anything after going to the website one time, and then they see it again and again and again, because the numbers that we see coming in, like these shipping containers, supposedly they're coming from China, the numbers that Richard's posted, which I think he alludes to 10 million devices. There's a post that he does where he does basic math with no other explanation. I'm pretty sure he's saying there's 10 million devices. Like, this is going to go on for probably more than a year.
Yep.
Just because the math of how long it would take to get them out, right? If there are 10 million devices, there's no way. And we have the math from the RS Griffin Foundation of they're looking for 15 people a day. Like 15 people a day cannot put out, 10 million devices or unload 50 containers of 200,000 each in 3 months, right? Like this is a year or 2 years.
Yeah. This is something to extend beyond a bull run, right?
Yep.
I heard there's a Hexagon draft.
Great for the floor is lava game that Richard likes to play, right? Like, we go into March, April, May, everything's down except for PulseChain, green candle, green candle, green candle. Like, how much would that compound the value? Not that I don't expect green candles before Christmas. I'm very confident that PulseChain is, going to give us a Merry Christmas, not financial advice.
Yeah.
But like we might have a happy 1st of July too, which is Canada Day, by the way.
We need the green candles to onboard people. Is that still in play? Do you think by Christmas we'll have green candles? So as people get more and more devices and they start looking, if and they start looking at charts, that'll compound the motivation to come to PulseChain even further.
I think so. But there could be a psychology to it. Does it make sense? You get the device, you look at a chart, you're like, oh, green candle, I need to buy. Or like with what Crispy said about people are going to be seeing this constantly, and they're likely to visit the website more than once. Like, you get the device, you look at the chart, it's not up, right? You don't see a green candle, you see more or less a flat line lately. And then you look at that chart again a month later. Then you look at it again a month later. And every time you look, you're like, oh, wow, it's up 40%. It's up 40%. Maybe that's where you get the, enterprise grade FOMO, not from one time, oh, I saw this and there's a green candle. Oh, it's a scam. They want me to buy. Like, it's like, I saw it. It didn't look that hot. I looked again later because I see this thing 17 times a day. And now it's a green candle. And I looked again. And then you look again quickly. I look again the next day, the next day, next day. So, there's probably a critical mass required before the green candles would have the most positive effect if green candles indeed were an intentional part of the marketing plan.
Hey, can we talk about that a little bit more too? Yes, I think there are green candles in the future because this is a crypto cycle. Yes, I think there's green candles in the future because the OASAC bags. I think, yes, there's a green candle because so many people that are already in have money on the side that took profits and have not deployed yet. I mean, you have a lot of that. People will FOMO back. So we have all these possibilities for like big giant green candles. But I like to think sometimes like, what would happen if none of that happens, right? Just take that off. It's just, that's just gravy. Maybe we're witnessing something different, right? The organic growth, feeding, farming, and growth of a community of people in a bigger, kind of like in a bigger level, where we have the opportunity to add millions of people into the basics of crypto, right? Like the basics of PulseChain. Where they're able to come in and do things like stake hex, like validate. I mean, right now, God, I'm already in, right? So I'm not even thinking of it this way. But I mean, why wouldn't I talk to somebody and be able to tell them, hey, you know what? If you're interested in taking a little bit of risk, it is crypto, and you come in with $10,000, you can go validate and get 10% APR on 3 different protocols. No risk. Limited risk, right? But I mean, and in crypto risk, it's real low. You can go to Vouch, you can go to Upulse, you can go to the Validator X guys. You could just straight up validate if you want. Same thing with Hex. I mean, in a very stable market, Hex is it competes directly with treasuries, in the current yield. So I mean, like right now, anybody who's listening who's not in already, who is willing to take $1,000 type of a header, like take the risk. Like, we always read, what would $1,000 be in Hex if you had bought it in 2025? Well, it's a penny roughly. It's a little bit more than a penny, I guess, for Hex. Why wouldn't you set yourself up with a ladder like the early guys did, and take that risk reward as one of the things you do in your life? Anyways, there's just so many possibilities here with this and where this growth could go.
Agreed. And organic is best. Like, I'll for sure give you that. But like I still feel there's some sack bag potential that it would be foolish not to at least put into, a moon calculation, right? Like it's far from impossible that could be part of the equation.
Well, what's cool too about this is, of course, all these things have the possibility to happen and will probably happen in degrees, right? Like lots of different things you come up with. But I think that without the organic component, the pump is hollow or more hollow. Meaning, this is crypto, guys, right? I know people get mad at me when I even say that, because I did this a couple of weeks ago with somebody, and they were like, they got kind of irritated with me. It's like, well, you got to expect that if we see, something like 100x or something on these tokens, on PulseChain in general, that we're going to see a retracement of 80%. And like, no, that's not going to happen, and get really irritated with me. But obviously that's going to happen, right? And we're going to be like,
always happens.
Yeah, and it's like, well, now it does, right? But with enough organic growth, well, I guess probably still with a something like 100x, you're still going to see it. But with enough organic growth, you will see the baseline, right? The floor rise. And so this is a necessary addition, I think, to make a lot of these things a lot more sticky over time.
That's true. Put it this way: Bitcoin, the largest and what theoretically is the most stable crypto asset, and I use that word in jest, because crypto, where volatility is a feature, not a bug. Even that one in the last bear market did a 77% retracement, the biggest one. So yes, everything else will do a larger retracement. Is how this works.
Yeah. I want to go over this post too about the Hexagon draft going on. Well, volunteer. We're trying to fill this from the RS Griffin Foundation, one of the ones working on the mega marketing. Seems like we're trying to fill 15 volunteer spots daily, nearly 24/7 for the next 3 months. We provide meals, snacks, and positive vibes. It's really an amazing place to see and be a part of everything going on. Things you don't see, the time and energy our team puts in, the connections and conversations our volunteers have, the emails we get from people wondering about the tablet. Remember, most recipients are not on X. They're making a larger impact than you can see right now. We've only got a fraction of them out the door. The more volunteers, the quicker they go. So, sitting out there, keyboard warriors, or just feel like you're not making a big enough impact on the ecosystem, and you have the time, energy, and want to make a contribution, there's a way to do so. A new way to do so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, really, I'm assuming they have the workstations, to be able to support 15 people, and they have the work to support 15 people.
They have the work for sure.
Try to get 10 million tablets, Crispy. 10 million tablets. That's about 14,000 each if we don't get 15.
Yeah, 24/7 is
quick math. Just kidding, I don't know.
24/7 is more like 60 people working in a work week. If you kind of maybe bring it down to people weeks or people hours.
It's 16-hour days.
It's a pretty big operation, right? If you have the work to do 7/24, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot, And so I mean that's how many people. So if you're out there and you have the ability to get there, that's great. To go support it. I know a lot of people are thinking about going there, to support. So I mean it's hard though. I mean even if you're not in California, it's a little rough to get there.
Is this Hexco?
Did we create that hard? I don't know. I did it, guys. I've been there. I've done it. It's not impossible. Motels are
Yeah,
cheap.
but you're not still there.
I'm not still there. This is a
Yeah, that's
fact.
that's the gap with trying to draw people in from all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Or all
No,
over the
I think
country.
really
or
like
continent.
this is for people that are in or around, California. It is the target of this message, and nobody's asking anybody to spend their own money to get on an airplane to fly to California to donate their time to a charity, which is what it is. So, but like if you are there, and you
Well,
want to
I
hang
don't.
out with some other Mexicans, like
Yeah,
it's
I
fun,
don't see anything. I
right?
don't see anything wrong with that, though. If people do want to spend their funds to do it, right?
Oh, sure. Why not? Look, I thought it was fun. Like I got to unload a truck with RG3 and like it's cool stuff, right? So like why, what if you have the money and you have the time, like yeah, why not? And if you're in the area, like like this is a fun way to spend a weekend. You hang out with Hexicans, put on stickers on stuff, right? Like it's like, and I doubt it's head down, no talking or SJ whips you, which is could be a different kind of fun, but
Well,
um
We don't
yeah.
know.
Let's put that aside. We're gonna put the SJ whipping you aside part. I might go in the wrong direction, but yeah. I imagine.
Whipping metaphorically, as in 16 hours a day. Get it done right now. Get it done. And then you read Scivive right after this. You read Scivive chapter 2. That's your assignment.
And there's snacks. They said there's snacks,
I
right?
heard there's snacks.
So like,
There's snacks.
I know
yeah,
there's snacks.
why would you not go for
What the hell?
snacks?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get real dystopian with it, I just imagine the what is effectively the Hex sweatshop where you have the giant picture of Richard Hart in the front, and Scivive is on a loop that plays 24/7 at like an accelerated pace to get you to go faster.
Yeah, that's good. And yeah, they keep picking up the speed until it's at like 4x. All right, that'd be great. Great way to spend a weekend.
The guys in the chat, you can go to my OnlyFans, and
Feed pics.
we'll arrange for the punishment.
Link in the description.
Hex.com. That's where it is.
We're having too much fun. Let's roll into this other one. I literally forgot about posting this a long time ago, and because and then there's another one. There's two. One I talked about yesterday too, but I thought it was funny. This was April 5th, 2024. Simpler times, gentlemen. Simpler times. And this was a reimagining of Coinfessions. Right? If you don't know, Coinfessions is people post stuff that something happened, they sold coins too early. There's some situation that they think is interesting, but it's like this anonymous way to like get a story out there. And we have PLS Whispers as well. I think Gerardo made PLS Whispers, kind of analogous to the Coinfessions on PulseChain. But this one settled on my Hex after Richard flooded eHex, as I had enough of this depression raging within the ecosystem. I believed in him when he riding high on 10,000X and true DeFi stuff, but I couldn't wait any longer as Solana was mooning. Realized I sold Hex at the bottom and sold Sol at the local top. Now, instead of being down 99%, I'm down 99.9%, and my McDonald's application just got rejected because I listed my previous experience of lacking delayed gratification.
No, you're down bad when McDonald's is turning you away.
Like, bro, we don't have a place for you here. We full on fries right now. We full on fries.
Yeah, what's cool about eHex? Congratulations to everybody who believed and saw their pump and they're happy about it. I like that. The whole BankX thing got kind of front run a little bit, and then it really did pump pretty good. We had some excellent buy signals come in on eHex. But I do think if you look at that chart, you're just going to continue to see this happen between the two of them. You're going to see the rotation, and it just makes sense that will continue to happen. Noticeably, though, eHex pumped very high, and it did not drag Hex, quote unquote, up with it. It did not. It came up a little bit. Maybe it was because of connected effect or not. I don't know. But
if I ever see anyone wearing the market has decided t-shirt with a Hex logo, I'm going to crack up. I've yet to see one of those. So if anyone has any swag ideas, I'm not making any more t-shirts right now. Don't look at me. I'm done on t-shirts. I said that last time and I made a bunch more, but I'm done on t-shirts. Expensive.
The track record shows that Max will say no more t-shirts, and then more t-shirts will be made.
What kind of t-shirt do you want, Max?
I was like, I'm not making any more swag, and then I made this.
Hey.
So, it's beautiful, though. It is beautiful. I like that. I like that hat. It's a good hat. Proud of that hat. And then the other one here that posted recently, I thought it was funny. I thought Hex was never going to get over a penny again, and Richard left us for good to pay some Indian to tweet nonsense for him every other day to keep up appearances. Then the God candle came. Then another. People started merging and staking. The heavens above lit up like the 4th of freaking July. The price moved faster than I could sell it. I thought the whales would keep holding it down, but they tried. But even they started buying. The dude is brilliant, and I'll never FUD him again. Just started reading Scivive today, and it's really not bad. PulseChain worked, and I was wrong, and I'm so sorry and happy at the same time. Never again. I'm a proud Hexagon, and I ain't going back. Right? Will we see those kinds of stories come out after another 10,000x from the Hex token?
I think there'll be more sad, less, less happy stories like, I should have done this. Now I'm wrecked. Is probably, what will get publicized.
Can it work out for them? Can they be wrong at first and then be right afterwards?
100%. They should change their worldview and join. Yep.
Team win.
Yeah. More people will come in after 100x, and some of those people could experience, 100x from that point, right? To get to our 10,000x. Not financial advice, but I think like the FOMO is what brings in the masses, right? So it's going to be a game of, some people are going to miss out on part of it, but it doesn't mean they miss out on all of it. That's for sure. But some are going to miss out on all of it, and they're going to cry and complain all the way to the end and call it a scam while they, watch their bags not 10,000x.
Yeah. I think anybody who's listening that hasn't set a Quattro, this is my opinion only, not financial advice. I think the risk reward is so great that we should all be staking Quattro Cinco, even if it's coffee money type level, because I think I think you're going to be surprised. I think there's an opportunity. And hey, listen, if you can give up one coffee a month or a couple coffees a month and, put a Quattro Cinco out there, you support Hex and you open yourself up for huge opportunities in the future. And if you really want to have fun, you could be looking at things like the actuator protocol where you can utilize that, etc., to, with HSIs and put that money to work while it's also earning. So, I mean, there's just so many different things, but I bring it up because I'm continuing to see that the Quattro Cincos are faded, and the fact
what's
that
the reward of the risk reward concept on Quattro Cincos, which are 15-year stakes for the new guys?
Well, first, that it's going to receive inflation rewards about 5% in general for the next 15 years, right? So you're locking that in. And then you're exposed to the potential, right? That along the way, that reward level goes way up, right? You don't know what the OA is going to do. OA surprised us a bunch of times. Don't know what the OA will do. But eventually it'll go up, right? Because the OA stakes will fall away, and unless other users battle you for the rewards, you'll get a upsized version of that. And then finally, this is crypto, right? The idea is that cycle over cycle, the value increases. So it is a risk because, right, people go, wait a minute, but Hex is down at a penny. I know it's at a penny. But if we're looking at cycle tops over multiple cycles, and you're going to be around for the next 15 years or 16 years, you got 3-4 cycles, right? And so that very little amount of Hex could be worth a tremendous amount of Quattro Cinco.
I think that if we get a revitalization of Hedron Icosa or Icosa Hedron with V2 and stuff, and having those gears turning and being able to get liquidity and for HSIs and stuff too, if we get that back going, I think that's a huge incentivization for 5555s too, because again, you can keep it, you can trade it, you can get liquidity if you want to. It's like this whole, I think it's important to a lot of people, and that's really cool for the ecosystem. So Alex, I'm not saying we need you, but we really want you.
He's coming back. He said he's working on stuff.
Yeah, I hear you every 6 months. I know. I'm hanging in there, Crispy. I'm delaying that gratification. Trust me. But would love to see some.
Yep. I hear that people have been getting airdrops that are doing Quattro Cincos too. So I've been seeing it.
How's the sentiment on the ecosystem here? Not gonna play the whole video. Not gonna play the whole video, but it's
2 more weeks.
I thought this was funny. They brought the bridge doesn't work properly. Neither is I haven't heard anything about PulseX. PulseX seems to be working fine, from what I understand. Marketing hasn't had an effect yet. I don't know about that either. eHex is pumping more than Hex. Okay. How's the sentiment feeling to you guys around the ecosystem? Have things been getting more positive or much more positive?
Feels like ops normal.
Yeah, I think it overall more positive from the people that matter. There seems to be a lot of
That's right.
accounts popping up. Like I see these tiny accounts with like RH themed names that are, were created in 2024 that are spreading FUD in a almost coordinated type way. But I don't
Are you suggesting
I
something
don't think
there?
it's really important.
Conspiratize us.
Conspiracies here. Conspiracy.
The reason I say ops normal is that obviously people like us, we're still streaming. Hasn't stopped. Hasn't changed. Still more positive than ever. If anything's going on.
I pray that it never does.
Tell me we're live. Tell me we're live.
Outside of that, people are still doing what they do on the chain. People are trading. People are swapping. People are making plays. Quattro Cinco staking, whatever you want. There are additional projects out there that appear to be functional and operational. The only thing that I'm really seeing is that the price is kind of been like up and to the right / sideways after being down for a while. So it's just like normal fluctuations. People are going to come and go into the system out of it, but overall it looks like the people in the system are building slowly and gradually. And like Fast is saying, there's people popping up still to this day. There's still a trickle inflow there. We're still doing the streams. We're still doing the marketing, and we're still just doing what's normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with Cindy. I agree with Cindy Lou, and I agree with you, Zenith. The charts show me we're in a bull run, and we're continuing like normal.
Even inside the echo chamber, there's a lot of money on the sidelines. The people who've been in from day one, they could put in a lot more, even if the sack bag does nothing, even if the outside community doesn't come in, and I feel confident they will. There's many millions on the sidelines of the PulseChain Hex crew.
What indicators are you looking at that suggest that there's a lot of money on the sidelines still?
Rich guys telling me they got big bags of money on the sides.
Fair enough. That's a good one.
Like that.
That's right. Direct contact.
Yep.
Fast every Thursday at noon. Fast has tea with whales, and
they
swim 6 to 9 with them. I think
they swim in the stables vault. Right, they swim in the tokens.
You got one of those. You learned how to scuba. He learned how to scuba, and he goes. You got a friend at the zoo, and they let you swim with because they keep whales at the zoo. I don't know where I'm going with this one. We're doing it live.
Crispy's right about the stables though. Like someone's providing liquidity for those stables, right? Like it's like the USDC DAI USDT pair on PulseX, the stuff on Fox, the stuff on V3 on 9mm, etc. Like there's somebody providing that liquidity. And it's multiple individuals, and they're making money that way. But like they could deploy those stables, and the kind of people moving big money, like I'm talking millions, like they're looking, not all of them, but like they're looking for different things than your small time trader who's trading $1,000 with a dream of it being $1 million. If you already have millions, like you're looking for confirmation. That's one of the things that Wolf says sometimes. They're looking for confirmation before they go in. Is this going to go up? Like they're not going to be like, oh, it's at the bottom, I'm buying in. Some of them do, of course, smart ones, but some of them are looking for like, okay, it did a 20% gain. The chart says this, so on and so forth. They want that confirmation that, like that it's time to go. And that's when you'll see big millions move in my opinion, is when it's already going up.
It makes sense.
Probably past sack price.
We don't have,
I think is key.
Yeah, we don't have nearly enough stables on chain. And that's going to create a weird liquidity situation. It already is, which just provides even more incentive for people to bridge over fast. And I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be real. And what am I talking about? Remember, we live in PulseChain. We are connected to outside value through things like DAI, like USDT, etc. But we live in PulseChain. If we all go buy DAI right now, DAI becomes worth more than $1 on PulseChain, right? DAI from Ethereum. And so in theory, that value can now be transmitted into other pools, other USDC backed or USD backed tokens. And that's why the post that was up there a moment ago about the new USDC coin potentially that's coming is a big deal from Hyperlane, right? Because it's another option. I don't know what they're doing. I see that they have some now on PulseChain of this token. It's up here now. It's another USDC, and it's beginning to get LP set up, and they're requesting support from PulseX and from maybe from Flux. I suggested Tide as well.
Yep.
But this is what we need. We need avenues for people that they trust to be able to bring more value in form of stables to the chain and to earn.
There appears to be, at least Index Screen, picking up a USDC DAI pair for this one for the contract address.
Yeah, it's just starting.
Not a lot of liquidity so far. Interesting. Hyperlane is game changer with PulseChain. So this is I've looked into Hyperlane before. Maybe I didn't realize it would be actually a new USD. So is this why is it called USDC? Because it's not.
Because what they're doing is they're allowing bridging through their bridging mechanism of USDC from any of the chains that are included, and so they have to have the other side on PulseChain.
Gotcha.
Right, and then so it will be a USDC coin on PulseChain, which they created already. I don't know anything about these guys other than what I've seen in the chat in this post. But assuming everything's on the up and up, not a scam, blah blah blah, right? It's coming from Hex Scout. They're establishing another stable on PulseChain by doing this, and so that's why they have some things in here about support for the liquidity, right? Because they want to keep it pegged. And so there's got to be ample liquidity. There's got to be methodology for it, that type of thing, I would imagine. Right?
Yeah, I think I covered this, talked about Hyperlane the other day, and the exposure too we get from the different projects, different DeFi projects supporting PulseChain, and then what it can do for the ecosystem as well. Value-free ecosystem, permissionless, limit-free, fee-free. Seconds fast, 500K plus monthly. This was I think this they're describing as like sex level, CX level type of exposure, listing, traction, but super DeFi. 10 billion plus transferred over Nexus to Hyper and XYZ. Actually want to go there and check it. Because I went there the other day, it wasn't live yet, but let's see. PulseChain. There's PulseChain. Zero routes to Binance. Zero route. Does that mean zero route? Oh, zero routes to Binance, but there's one route from Arbitrum. Okay, here we go. So there's routes from Arbitrum, Base, Ethereum, and Polygon, it appears. So pretty cool. Another way to get money in and out of PulseChain, and a new USDC. Interesting too.
Yeah, and that opens up all sorts of opportunities also for people who are already on PulseChain, because market makers need to make that market, which means earnings, right? So they can actually earn off of participating on that, assuming it all plays out correctly. It's not uncommon, right? Not uncommon.
So there's a new address for USDC coming over that bridge, which could be paired with the USDC coming from the other bridge. And they both can be turned back into USDC on Ethereum that could be redeemed there for $1. So yeah, there's I don't see a downside.
Yeah, this one's called USDC from Hyperlane. So instead of USDC from Ethereum, it's USDC from Hyperlane. Yeah, so there's some pretty unique things that could happen with that, right? You could do USDC to USDC pairing, to earn off of that if that was desirable.
And
Yeah,
I'm sorry, who was that post from that we just looked at about
Hexco.
USDC?
Hexco. Yeah.
Okay. My only concern here is verifying that this is the actual USDC from Hyperlane and not, like, could I create a token on Hyperlane, bridge it to PulseChain, say it's $1? I would just want some research there before people FOMO, perhaps.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I think there's only like $1,000 of it on, or 1,000 tokens on PulseChain. Let me look.
On PulseChain. But yeah, are they on Hyperlane? I guess is my concern.
Contracts verified. I'll say that.
Yeah, good critical thinking skills there, Fast. I mean, that's exactly what people should do. You need to verify this stuff before you jump into it. How many?
Somebody needs to buy $1, bridge it back, and redeem it to see if they have $1 on the other side. Right? Like that would be confirmation to me.
Anybody in the chat used it yet, or otherwise have confirmations? We're breaking this news today, doing it live. So yeah, DYOR, but yeah, it looks like a really cool, hopefully going to be a game changer for PulseChain, Hyperlane in general, and hopefully it's awesome and liquidity grows and all that stuff too.
Pretty cool.
Next work to Hyperlane finale, deploy the pools, priority PulseX stable pool, ramp now, US fiat on ramp this week. So
yeah, I actually took this post. What's the right word? I want to say negative, but I found the post when I saw it come across a little bit demanding, and I've never seen anything move this quickly on PulseChain. So kind of leads me to believe one or two things. Either the Pulse devs are all ready. So if you go down, you'll see a note about, 48 hours, asking it to be added into the Pulse pool within 48 hours, unless they remove that. I'm not sure. There's a stable LP pool. If people don't know, on PulseChain, on PulseX, and you can go in with USDT, DAI, or USDC, and they were kind of like, hey, if you don't answer within 48 hours, we're going to deploy on PHUC. So I'm thinking to myself, well, first off, there's no tokens yet at the time that they posted that. So there's no track record. It's brand new. And I'm not certain they could or would just immediately include it here, right? I'll be like, wait a minute. I mean, it seems a little demanding. We do it within 48 hours, or I'm using Fast Abdul's protocol. That's it. Good for Fast.
Oh no!
No! Don't do that. Yeah. Don't use Fast Abdul's great technology. No.
So this line here. This was a little odd to me to be like, if this does not happen within 48 hours, you have a deadline now, right? We'll have to start on Fox. But
I'm glad we have alternatives for liquidity and stuff too.
It actually makes like Fox is the best current place as of this second for stablecoins. It has the best tech, and I would argue, that the PulseX stable pool with the 3 tokens is the second best tech, but also very good.
Yeah. But anyways, who knows? If you see this thing suddenly get incorporated tomorrow, you'll know that probably somebody was expecting it, or they think there's really high value in getting it added.
I tend to have no expectations that of
the only downside I see, Fast, I agree with you overall, right? The downside of not having things on the PulseX is that's where the majority of the volume is from, like mid players and new people.
With the DEX aggregators like Pitius, etc. Like the number of trades, people like I don't think most people understand. Even with a relatively low TVL, though it's still definitely in the top 10 on PulseChain for total value locked. The number of trades on Pitius that route a part of that trade through the Fox exchange is extremely high. And, and there's a reason for that, and the reason is math, right?
Right.
But I think the main downside, which maybe will be correct in the future, is that liquidity on Fox.io, which is a balancer V2 fork, does not show up on DEX Screener. There's technical reasons for that, and DEX Screener dragging their feet and not supporting PulseChain as much as they should, because it's not like almost everything on Deck Screener is a V2 or a V3 pool, and they have to do some work, which they could do because they do support Balancer, like the Ethereum one. They have to do some work to make it appear on Deck Screener, and I've talked to them about it about 10,000 times.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so has the Fox team, and I will continue.
That's from a visibility point of view. I know you want to wrap up, Max. So I just want to comment. The other side, what I was getting at is most of the volume does take place on V1, V2, PulseX, and PulseX doesn't look outside of itself. So you have kind of like this weird situation where, and guys, if you're listening and you're not using an aggregator or at least verifying pools, you need to listen to this. You need to at least go look when you're doing things.
You got to flood my PulseX bags.
Yeah, when people are on the PulseX themselves, sometimes they're paying a much higher price for things and transmitting a lot of value to other people.
Buy and burn, crispy.
They're not. I know it's valuable, but at the same time, people have the opportunity to go look at things like Pateas. They have the opportunity to go over to PHUX and look and see what the ratios are. Pulse Swap, I think it is, gives you all the different angles, all the different ways you can swap and what the liquidities are. There's other tools like from the OG system. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to look at it, but yeah.
The easiest thing for me, and I do this fairly routinely, is like I'll go to Piteus.io. I put in what I want. So I want I want to move from Pulse to Hex DC, and then at the bottom underneath there's a show root, right? And if the root is 100% through one DEX, so let's say it was all on PulseX, then probably I should at least check the price on PulseX. It's probably a better rate if it's all on one DEX. But if it's split up into like 5 different DEXs with 7 different jumps, then through the DEX aggregator Piteus, you're likely to have a better result, right? But if it's all on Fox or it's all on PulseX, then probably you do better just trading in that one place. There's lower fees. You'll get a slightly higher token count. But why not look and see? Just hover over the show roots button and you see the route it's taking to get the tokens you want.
Yeah, Piteus is awesome. PulseX is awesome. Everybody use whatever they prefer, and we'll see what happens with Hopper Lane 2 and the USDC, whether we have it on PulseX or Fox for now, and all this stuff too. So last one before we wrap up.
I'm excited about that.
Last one. Printer's coming, everyone. I've been they're telling me the printer's coming. It's coming. Is it coming 25 or 50 basis points tomorrow? What do you guys think?
25.
Weak sauce.
75.
You asked me what I think is coming, not if I was Jerome Powell, what I would do. I think that Jerome Powell shows that he always tries to take a pretty measured and easy-handed approach when it comes to this kind of stuff. So going for a single 25-point cut now, and then there's still 2 more Fed meetings at the end of the year. I think it's very reasonable to expect 2 more cuts going forward. In fact, that's what a lot of Wall Street is actually predicting right now. I know there's a lot of people shouting out there like, oh, we're going to get a full point cut or we're going to get multiple half-point cuts. It's like, I think that's a little bit of wishful thinking. And if you want to go look at the aggregators, that's going to be Polymarket and FedWatch by the CME Group. CME Group looks at the futures markets. Futures markets are saying 92. I want to say it was like 96% chance of quarter point cut, and then Polymarket is about 91% chance of quarter point cut as well. Granted, Polymarket is a betting market, so those are people trying to make bets, but they're still doing it informed. But that's what's out there right now.
I'm gonna say I would not be surprised if we had a 25-50-50. That's my bullish. Bullish scenario.
What is your reasoning, sir?
My reasoning is I want it to happen.
All right. Okay, I can respect it.
No, I think but I do think there was an actual reason. I would say I think the administration is too bullish on crypto, and the job markets and all the other macro just looks like pointing to a sign of pump those numbers up, Jerome Powell. And it's been so long since he did anything like that. But I think it could be time. So I'll get that as my little sprinkling of more than hopium.
So is the administration really trying to foster crypto in the United States? Yes, absolutely. Is the Federal Reserve trying to foster crypto in the United States? Absolutely not. The Federal Reserve cares about two things: full employment, stable prices. Right now, stable prices appears to be kind of taken care of, but the jobs figure, that's the one that's really coming out. Some of the revisements that have come out is saying that the way that they do it is they do estimations of jobs added to the market, and then they revise the numbers later when they get more accurate data. The revisions have been a lot higher than any time in the past, pretty much. So whether it was 2024 under the Biden administration or 2025 under the Trump administration now, the revisions have all been towards the downside pretty heavily. And keep on top of that, the way that they factor in the jobs data is that it only accounts for people that are actively seeking a job, are able to be employed, and have not been unemployed for more than effectively half a year. So once you're unemployed for more than a half a year, you fall out of the data set. So is unemployment rate at about 4.1% right now? Yes. Does that capture the whole picture? Absolutely not. And the other half of the picture is the jobs added, because that shows rehires, and that has not been keeping up. So that's the data we're looking at here. So
let's look at it. Here's a different perspective. Okay. Look at that man's face.
Hit me. Look at
Look at his face. He seems sad. He seems like he wants to make more money in his life. Now look at his sword. Does this sword appear to gravitate more towards a larger swing, more cut, or I'm just going to dabble a little bit? Does he look like a funny man to you? Does he look like a man who's going to rein in the next era of prosperity for America based on Trump going to go to the moon and all the incentives that they have to do? So that's a different perspective. Have an open mind. That's all I'm saying.
I believe Jerome has the Claymore out, so theoretically, based on your analogy, he could be going for a big cut, if you will. But we'll yet to be seen. By the way,
look at his face. There you go.
There is a case for the half point cut, which is that if you remember back towards August, September of 2024, there was anticipation of maybe 2 quarter point cuts before the election cycle in order to kind of help get the economy going. Yes, is this tinfoil hat territory? Yes, it is. But at the same time, they did come out and they did a half point cut then instead of multiple quarter point cuts. So there is a case to make for the half point cut, but I just happen to think the quarter point cut is the more probable scenario.
Okay, I know you're holding back. You're excited. I could see it. You looked at his face. You saw what he wants to do. I understand.
Look, Jerome has been decreasing quantitative tightening throughout the year. We have not gotten to quantitative easing yet, but if we do get to QE, that is the point where the money printers do go burr, and we kind of know what happens to the crypto market when that happens. So there you go.
Yeah. Crispy, you sticking with 75?
I have no clue, dude. It's probably going to go down. It'll probably be a cut, probably, right?
By the way, Crispy has the correct answer there, which is I don't know.
I mean,
we know Crispy don't know.
It's really, makes sense that you're not going to try to shock the economy, right? So, yeah, I mean, they kind of fallen into this mode where a quarter could probably make sense. But I don't see, they could also surprise us and say they want to make a big change faster. I don't know.
Crispy doesn't know. I don't know, but Fast knows. He's going to answer next.
Quarter.
Well, the obvious answer, and I'm sure you'll agree, is what really matters is what happens in Canada. Like, is the rate going to cut in Canada? Because there'd be a trickle down effect to the rest of the world. So let's keep an eye on that.
For the unenlightened, how does the Canadian Federal Reserve operate if you guys have one? Do you guys follow interest rates, or do you set your own policy?
It's there's like the Bank of Canada, I believe, is more or less the equivalent to what you guys have, and it tends to follow the U.S. on like a delay. Like there's a 30-day delay on what happens in the U.S. happens in Canada.
I thought your currency was pegged to maple syrup. But...
Oh yeah, you can redeem $1 Canadian for $1 of maple syrup at any time. That's
any time.
Long maple syrup. It's good stuff. I like it on pancakes and stuff. It's good.
Yep. Limited resource.
How about only the made in America one though? So I'm not pumping your buy and burn up in Canada. I only do the made in Maine or something. Like the farthest west we can go.
They're secretly smuggling it from Quebec though, right? Like,
are they doing it?
They can charge $1 more than there's actually a huge history of maple syrup smuggling and rebranding
and wars and maple syrup
wars.
Is there a history of people trying to cut their Canadian maple syrup with the cheaper stuff in order to try to extend it?
Cut it with motor oil.
Yeah, you're selling maple syrup, but it's really mixed with corn syrup. Like, there's.
I mean, corn syrup's good too. Don't steal corn syrup. Corn syrup's pretty good.
They're selling it as AAA maple syrup, but they cut it with that single A stuff.
Yeah, they're getting it out of Maine and Vermont.
We need to stop this now.
We need to make maple syrup crazy.
I've made.
All right, everyone. Crispy,
Taste.
you bullish on the ecosystem?
I'm bolting. Yep. I'm
Bullish. Are you bullish on the ecosystem, sir?
bolting.
You can bolt after you bull.
Yeah. I'm super
Bolt,
bullish,
then
man.
bolt.
I think I've never been more bullish, really, overall. I mean, this sucks, but at the time, at this moment, but I mean,
What sucks?
just
What are you
kinda-
talking
just
about? Nothing
the-
sucks, okay?
yeah.
Suck. No suck.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I'm super bullish though, and I've never been more bullish on
That's the right answer.
Quattro Cinco hex staking. And I don't care if nobody else does it. I will do it.
I
I'll do
like
it myself.
5.
If anything, I think Crispy actually wants you not to. So that way, when those Quattro Cinco stakes come out, he is the T-share whale.
He is inverting the message.
I
That's
wish
true.
I could
Could
do
be.
that, man. There was a time where I actually thought I could do that, and I just never bought enough hex. I never did that.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Almost like a testimonial. Another great T-shirt. I never bought enough hex, but not this one. All right, you want to see what's on my T-shirt? I'm glad you asked what's on my T-shirt. I'm trying to get 1,000 T-shares.
I have my hex. I have my hex genius shirt on. Say genius.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
It's an old joke.
Yeah.
Genius.
Fast
It says right here.
We're gonna do 3, 2, 1 espresso in a minute, but fast, Abdul, are you bullish on the ecosystem?
I am bullish and building on the ecosystem.
B&B, like a bed and breakfast? Nah.
B&B.
Bullish
That's
and building.
We're both.
Zenith, are you bullish on the ecosystem?
Yes, I'm bullish on the ecosystem. To reiterate what the other guys have said, there's never been a time that has been more bullish. If there is a point in the time where the bull market is going to start, it is very soon. We've been here for multiple years at this point. If you've been in here this long, there is effectively no reason to just jeet and get out now. We have more projects, we have more people, we have more streamers, we have more money, and we have marketing going on, which has not happened previously. These are all very bullish indicators, and it's only building.
It's like the Catalina fucking wine mixer.
There you go.
We're doing some movies today. We're doing some movie trivia. Good stuff. All right, gents.
Damn
Thank you for joining me. There's been an oscillation up and down, but you sound pretty bullish at the end, at least. And I know you'll do better next time. And don't worry about it.
Departing shots.
I'm not talking to you.
God.
Let's see. How can I look at Zenith? Zenith, I'm not talking to you on that one in particular. I was spreading it around. Okay, I was spreading it.
What are you talking about?
Hold on, let's see. Where can I look at Crispy? Okay, I'm looking at Crispy now. I think I can't see the screen.
I'm looking at you too now. I can't
looking
see
at
it, but
fast.
I'm looking at you.
It's like the Brady Bunch thing. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah, it's a good song. All right, now you guys did great. Lovely marketing stream. We're gonna head out with an amazing beat as well. It was premiered during Hex Week. I've only played it one other time. You guys are gonna like it.
Wait,
here it comes.
Wait, you got to do Kamichi now. Kamichi.
Which one? You want Konnichiwa? We'll start off with Konnichiwa, then we're going to go into Crypto King. Here we go. Scivive 5555, and let's go.
Konnichiwa!
Years old, already reading fast. Gifted school couldn't hold him back. Special program, logic and code. Humble roots, but a genius mode. Dad fixed AC, delivered the news. Taught him to hustle, never to lose. Car stereo business, teenage dreams. Online platforms, building schemes. AC company, adult store too. Browser optimization, revenue flew. 60 million yearly, success so sweet. Semi-retired, but never complete. Reddit showed them Bitcoin's like blockchain future burning bright. Who is Richard Hard? He's taking control. Hex and PulseChain, that's how he rolls. I'm not fucking around, I'm here to take over. Crypto revolution, he's the composer. Who is Richard Hard? The king of the scene. Building tomorrow and blockchain dream. I'm not fucking around, I'm here to take over. Digital freedom, he's the bulldozer. First blockchain CD, Hex was born. High returns while others were torn. PulseChain launch, eco-friendly way. PulseX exchange, a brand new day. 27 million for research and health. Longevity research benefited from his wealth. Inspired the millions to break their chains. Financial freedom, healthy gains. Fighting scams with all his might. Protecting users, shining light. And Satan came knocking at his door, but he fought back and won the war. Who is Richard Hart? He's taking control. Hey, Hex and Pulse, crypto revolution. He's the composer. Who is Richard Hart? The king of the scene. Building tomorrow with blockchain dreams. I'm not fucking around. I'm here to take over. Digital freedom. He's the bulldozer. Red notice came from Interpol's call. Finished claims, trying to make them fall. Tax fraud allegations, assault they say, but the system's broken. Games they play, business rivals using legal schemes. Crushing innovators, killing dreams. If haters wanted to get me down, they'd raise more than my 27 million crowns. Diamonds worth millions, watches and cars. DC allegations reach for the stars, but he denied it all. Stood his ground, blockchain freedom, that's what he found. Won in court, they didn't appeal. Justice served, victory real. Ecosystem vision, wallet and all. Independent blockchain standing tall. Bitcoin and Ethereum left behind. Community value, peace of mind. Richard Hart, he's taking control. Revolutionary leader, that's his role. I'm not fucking around, I'm here to take over. Second crypto wave, he's the composer. Who is Richard Hart? Controversial king, sparking debates. Freedom he brings. I'm not fucking around, I'm here to take over. Crypto's future, he's the takeover. Pivotal figure in digital space. Influential leader, setting the pace. Building community, advocacy strong. Richard Hart's story, the crypto song. I'm not fucking around, I'm here to take over. I'm not fucking around, I'm here to take over. Don't look at me, I'm a ghost in the street with a red nose.